Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Here we share beginner-friendly tutorials on Roblox, Minecraft, web programming and many more. So today we are going to make a Roblox Easter egg. So in this project I'll be teaching you on how to make a Roblox game called Get the Easter Egg. In this game, the players would start at one end of the jungle. The goal of the game is to get the egg that is inside a bucket which is placed at the other end of the jungle. To get the Easter egg, the player have to run through the jungle. But there are some obstacles that are placed inside the jungle, such as the green pads. These green pads in the jungle would explode when they turn red. Another feature of this game would be a timer which displays how long the player takes to reach the Easter egg. The first part of the tutorial would be game design scene, in which I'll be teaching you on how to design a jungle on Roblox Studio. In the second part of the tutorial, I'll be teaching you on how to code the explosive green pads using code kingdoms. So let's get started. Alright, so let's go ahead and create our game scene. First, I'm going to code kingdoms to create a custom game. So I'm going to click on the custom game option here. And I'm going to rename my file as Easter egg. Egg game. And I'm going to click on an empty base plate and click on start. So inside this game, I'm going to create a file which is going to be called as platform. So I'm going to type platform with a capital P, and this is going to be an object, and I'm going to click on the local behavior option. Alright, so now once I have made my file, next I'm going to download this project so I can open it up on the Roblox Studio to start designing my game scene. I'm going to click on download project. Next, I'm going to open up Roblox Studio and open up the downloaded project. I'm going to click on file, click on open from file, and then you can go to download and select the project that you have downloaded. Alright, so as you can see, it's an empty base plate where I'm going to design my game scene, which is a forest. So to start off, I'm going to create the ground of the forest. So I'm going to click on part and click on block. Next, I'm going to change the material of this part to be grass, and I'm going to give a green color so that it looks more like a real grass. Next, I'm going to use scale and then stretch it so that it's going to cover the whole base plate. So you can go up on your view, the camera view, and then stretch it. So next I'm going to anchor it, and then I'm going to lock it so that this ground or this part doesn't move around. So I'm going to click on lock. Next, what I'm going to add is my spawn location. So I'm going to go up in my camera view. So I'm going to place my spawn location at one corner here so that my basket would be, the basket with the egg would be on this corner. It's on the opposite side of the jungle. So I'm going to click on toolbox and I'm going to find a spawn location. And I'm going to add a spawn location. So to find out where my spawn location is, I'm going to go up and I'm going to place it at one end of the jungle like this. Alright, so I'm going to add a basket at the opposite end of the jungle. So using the same toolbox, I can choose a basket or a bucket that I can use. So there are different types of baskets or buckets you can use to make your game, but since the project is about Easter, I'm going to choose a basket that is related to Easter theme. And so there are some baskets with the egg, so I'm going to choose a basket without an egg. So you can go down, scroll down. Okay, I found one. It's this one. So I'm going to choose that. So you can see there's no egg, which is great because I'm going to make an egg later on. And I'm going to place my egg at the opposite corner. So you can place it at anywhere. So when I zoom out, you can see that the basket is really teeny tiny. The spawn location is at this corner and the Easter egg is at this corner. All right. So I'm going to go down to the Easter egg. There are some slight adjustments that I had to make. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make the basket to be a little bit bigger. So I'm going to click on scale, click on the basket, and I'm going to choose the green knob so that I'm going to increase the height of the basket like this. So make sure that it's not too big or not too small also. So that it can hold an egg, but it's not too big for the player to jump inside it, which makes the game to be more difficult. So you can always try this out to see if size of the basket is okay or not. So all you have to do is you can click on play. Okay, so as you can see, the basket is too big. So you can it's really hard for me to jump up. Oh, I can't jump. So if it is okay for your height, you can just jump up like this. Make sure that you can jump in, so because we're going to place the egg inside the basket. All right. So there are some adjustments I have to make. I'll just make the basket to be anchored also, so it doesn't like wobble around on the game scene. Next, I need to add my Easter egg. So to add your Easter egg, I'm going to choose part and I'm going to choose a sphere. Next, I'm going to change the material of this Easter egg to be plastic. I'm going to make this egg to be a vibrant colored egg. So I'm going to change the color to be a maybe blue color. So if you want to make the egg bigger, you can click on scale and make it slightly bigger, but not too big so that it doesn't fit on the basket. So I'm going to click on move and I'm going to move the egg inside the basket and place it inside like that. All right. All right, so next, once I have my egg like this, I'm going to rename this egg. So I'm going to click on View, Explorer, and I'm going to rename this part as egg. So egg with a capital E. All right, so next what I'm going to do is I'm going to create my explosive green paths, and I'm going to place them at random places in my game environment. So to make this green path, I'm going to choose a cylinder part. I'm going to click on part and I'm going to choose on cylinder. All right, so now the cylinder, I need to make it kind of like a platform green path. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scale this first, make it a little bit like this, and then increase the height of it like this. All right, that is using scale. Now to make it like into a platform, I'm going to rotate it. So I'm going to click on rotate, and I'm going to rotate it along the blue axis like that. Now I have a platform. The height of this platform is too big. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flatten the cylinder. So I'm going to choose scale again, and I'm going to flatten it by using the red knob here. So it can be a thin platform with a small height like this. So I'm going to make it a little bit more wider. Like that. So I can choose. So when I go up on the camera view, I can see my platform much more better. It's better if you have like a wider platform, but it should not be too, the height of the platform should not be too big. So that's why I made the height of the platform to be small while I make the width of it to be longer. I'm going to change the color so that it's going to be a little bit different from the egg. So I'm going to choose it to be green color. Now, if you're choosing green color, we have to make sure that it's in a different shade of green than your ground so that it can be identified more easily. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to rename this part as platform. I'm going to write platform like that with a capital P. So that is one platform. So to make it more interesting, I'm going to copy this platform and then place it at random places. So I'm going to copy 20 platforms. I can click on copy, paste, and then I can place it at random places. So I'm going to 1, 2. All right, so I have 20 explosive green pads. So right now they're not explosive, but once they turn into red color at random times, they would be explosive. So right now I have, it's almost halfway done. So the next thing is to design my forest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on toolbox, and I'm going to choose some trees to make my little jungle or the forest. So I'm going to tap forest, and there are lots of models which you can use to make your own jungle or your forest environment. So I'm going to choose on tree forest. So yeah, I'm going to choose this one. I get a bunch of trees at one point. So I can place them at random points. It's fine if the green pads are covering, or if the trees are covering the green pads, so that it makes it more fun. So I'm going to keep on adding more trees. So I'm going to click on tree forest again. And so you can always rotate and see if it is to your liking, the game design. If not, you're always free to change it. All right, so in a forest we have different kinds of trees. So I'm going to choose another tree model. So and add more trees. Yeah, it's kind of like on top, so I just need to bring them to the ground. So zoom in whenever you need and then choose the move button to bring them or place them onto the ground. Yep, that's more like it. Okay. So now what we're going to do is, so other than trees, we do have some rocks, some bushes. So I'm going to choose on rocks this time. And I'm going to click on the rock model. Wow, it's so small. So if it's too small, you can make it use on scale, make it big so that it makes one big rock. And then again, choose on move and then move your rock to the place that you need it. All right, now I have some rocks, some trees. Now that you can see that there are some parts of the environment is a bit empty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add more trees. So let me find some trees. So you can add more models like lakes or maybe bushes or maybe other things that you can find in a forest to make it more realistic. So we can, I'm going to add more trees. So make sure that it's not too crowded also so that your player can move around in your game scene. All right, so we have completed the game scene. So you can test out if you want to see if your trees or your rocks or any other models that you have used are in the place that you want, and can try it. I'm going to click on play. So if there are any adjustments that you need to be done, you can always stop the game and then adjust them. Or if you feel like you have to add more models, you can also do that. So let's take a look around. So I have my trees here. Yeah, so there are some slight adjustments I have to do where my trees are above the ground. So we had to take note of that. All right, so it seems okay. So there are some adjustments, so I'll just stop the game. And yeah, so the trees here were slightly above the ground, so I can zoom in into the game scene like that. And then we can click on move and then come down like that. All right, yeah, that should be it. Okay, so be creative and design your own custom forest for this game by choosing any of the models that are related to a forest. So that's all for today. In the next tutorial, we'll be learning how to code the platforms to change colors and also to make them explosive when they turn red. Make sure to subscribe to our channel to check out the part 2 of this tutorial. And don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you. Bye bye.